Not sure why I would need one. A dense fog rises above the lake, creeping inland. A couple of books regarding the human mind, and a quill that was used on a piece of paper to draw. Wooden twigs tied with tiny threads, or plant roots. 3 triangles tied in the middle, with another twig. This is beyond my interest of knowing. It must be witchcraft, or something to worship the devil. 7 symbols, all very different from one another. The round one could be an iteration of the accursed evil eye. I could be wrong, but there seems to be something reflective at the end of the hole. I'd need something long enough to reach it. Using one of these might help me to reach the end of that hole. The Warden's secret passage. The book's title is An Inhabitant of Sabor. It could be a trap, but I have no other choice. I have to descend. It was a harrowing walk. There was no light. Every step I made was a danger. The child at the end of the pier surely must have seen Nikolai and the Warden come out of here. I should ask. Hi, little one. Can I ask you some questions?
I'm not little one. I'm Anton.
Anton, have you seen anyone coming out of that tunnel?
I saw you.
That is good, but anyone before me?
2 men. One had the eyes of a dead man.
Eyes of a dead man. Was he dead?
He was breathing. The Warden dragged him.
Where did they go?
They drove away with the boat. Disappeared into the fog.
Isn't it dangerous to be out at this hour of night?
Day, night, it's all the same to me. The only thing that matters is to finally find my mother and father.
Where are they?
In the lake. Hiding from me.
Who told you that?
Evelina.
And now you are here fishing for your parents?
Yes, but they don't love my skin. Or maybe they can't smell it in the water of the lake. I don't know.
Do you come here often?
Fishing. Yes.
So you know the Warden?
Of course. He is always good to me. Always gives me food. Says I have to gain weight.
You think he took the other man to the asylum?
No. He uses the boat only when meeting with the moon ghouls. They always go to the same place. It's on the other side of the lake.
How do you know about that place?
My mother Evelina told me all about it. Nothing else is in that direction.
What did she say about the place?
Clec. That is the name. When night falls, witches gather on that hill. They sing and dance in front of 3 white fingers. Mother says they once belonged to an evil giant.
Who belonged? The fingers or the witches?
Fingers! Witches come to Clec to call the demons from the mountain. They make and eat babies together.
What kind of woman tells stories like this to a child? You saw the moon ghouls?
More than once.
And they did nothing to you?
They could not. Dr. Hatur was taking them away with the boat.
Are they man or beast?
Both. Their whole body is yellow. They don't have faces. Their faces are shadows.
I have to go now.
What are you going to do?
Who could help me get to Clec?
You need a boat. You can't walk there. It is too far away. And you can't swim. Harley is home to my mother and father. They would be angry if you did.
So, where can I find a boat?
On my way here, I always pass by the old man. He has a boat. Arsen is his name. Just walk into the woods left of the lodge. His house is on a small island.
Take care, little one.
Take care, little priest. And if you see my mother and father, please tell them I'm waiting here.
Those shrubs look poisonous. I'm staying away from it. Which path should I take? This drawing reminds me of an ichthys, a secret symbol of early Christians.
I see pentagrams, and the letters V, M, I, and K. These are witch marks, carvings created to ward off evil spirits from the house. Arson?
Who is it?
It's Benedict, sir. Sorry to disturb you, but I've been told you could help me.
Who told you that?
A boy named Anton?
What do you want?
Is that boat over there yours?
What are you, Benedict?
What do you mean?
I don't know you. You don't live here. Who are you?
I am Benedict Dohnani. I serve God.
You are a priest.
A monk from Budapest.
Good. We shall continue this conversation then.
I need to get to the other side of the lake. It's important.
You can walk or swim.
The lake doesn't look inviting to dip in, and it's cold.
Didn't you just say it's important? If it is, you can do it.
How long would it take me to get to Klek on foot?
Click. Probably a day. Why would you want to visit that damned locality?
A man I'm trying to find could be there.
You strangers. Why even come to this town?
It wasn't my choice.
Either way, you are a captive now. We are all captives of this place. Imprisoned souls waiting for our savior.
Sir, with all due respect, this town needs a legion of exorcists to be saved.
It needs just one soul with pure faith. One man, one soul to free us all.
About the boat.
You can't have it.
Oh, I didn't mean... I've never used one. I thought that maybe you could go with me.
No! The boat is occupied and no one can use it. And even if it wasn't, I am too old and too weak to board it.
Do you know anyone else who could lend me a boat?
No one goes to the lake. There are no other boats.
That's a lie. What about the boat at the lodge?
You don't want to find yourself on that one. It belongs to the asylum. I'm the only one with a boat. No other inhabitant has one. Why would they? There's nothing here, and it's dangerous.
Occupied by what?
You have my permission to uncover the top.
Why don't you just tell me?
It's better if you see it with your own eyes.
Have you seen a female stranger lately?
No.
No? Without even giving it a thought first?
No one visits me except Ida, the souvenir shopkeeper. I am sure I saw no female strangers in years.
Did you know Yakov Prenger?
He was our priest and a good friend of mine.
I heard he disappeared.
On a full moon night, like many others in the past.
And that's it? No one knows what happened to him?
I'm afraid all we can do is pray for his soul.
What do you know about the Moon Ghouls?
They are everywhere. In the water, in the town, and the forest, on the mountain, and in the Mala.
Mala? What is that?
It's what you strangers call fog. Hell, even some Qatarians call it that because they don't know, or don't want to accept the truth.
The Moon Ghouls are in the fog?
Mala is not what it seems to be. It is not fog. You feel any humidity? Have you noticed the ground?
It is completely dry.
Because Mala is not a mass of water particles.
What is Mala then?
The remains of dead Saborans, or as many prefer to call them, Moon Ghouls. They think if they don't pronounce the tribe's true name, that they will be safe, which is nothing but a fallacy.
Like I said and thought 100 times before, this place is doomed.
We just need one man, a savior, someone like our Ivan Kotar from the past.
What places do you recommend I visit while in town?
You don't get to explore this place. If it doesn't devour you first, then only by the grace of God did you escape its swallow. We are surrounded by Carcassa in every direction. The Udav mountain above us, and the Henna River and Lake Holly lay dead below. No animals live in this valley, except for the damned crows. Nothing grows or breathes inside these waters. We see death everywhere.
People still live here. It amazes me.
This is a valley of righteous men and women. We may be scared, with one foot in our graves, but we never lose faith, and we never succumb to darkness. A day will come when the light will win.
What do you do here?
Trying to stay alive for as long as possible.
I mean, what do you do for a living?
I sell fish.
That old camper across the bridge is yours?
Yes, it was home to my parents before they settled in Sveti Kotar. They were...
Wanderers?
I wanted to save fools. I loved them, but for God's sake, why choose this town to start a family?
We don't get to pick our parents, and yet whatever they do, we never stop loving them.
Maybe it's not love. Maybe we are cursed the moment we are born.
You fish in the lake?
I never did. The waters are dead. Nothing grows or lives in them. Fish are sent to me every once in a while from other regions in Croatia. I have friends, mostly in Istria.
What did last night's effigy symbolize?
You were there?
Unfortunately.
I never do. I don't like crowded places, but I could see the fire from here, and it was beautiful. We torch it every year on the day of our patron saint, Ivan Kotar. The giant symbolizes a member of the Saboran tribe.
Yesterday was October 28th. What happened on that day?
The day Ivan Kotar was murdered.
Murdered?
Yes, we celebrate, nay, glorify the final moment of Kotar's long sacrifice for our ancestors, and thus, for us.
Who murdered him?
Decapitated by Vatican emissaries.
For what reason?
Accused of allying himself with the darkness from the mountain. It was such a horrible decision. Poor man gave his life for this town and its inhabitants, only to end up locked in his room and ultimately slain like an animal.
The more I hear about this town and its mysteries, I just can't believe it. Excuse me. Oh my God! I've never seen a wood so dark in color as this one. It's almost like coal. 2 bodies. 2 children. Long dead. Why the priest's robe and nun's habit? I don't want to look at those corpses anymore. Which path should I take? Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I fear no evil, for you are with me. It's man-made, in the form of a sacred shape. A black magic circle for rituals. Even a mere tree root looks evil in this place. I feel it will grab me at any moment. Which path should I take? Which path should I take? I can see the belfry of the Church of Mary in the distance. The police are still there. The accursed Henna River, lifeless and noxious. The accursed Henna River, lifeless and noxious. Small, with blood-red leaves. I was right. Crawling, blood-red leaves. Crawling, blood-red leaves. The place where the tree with blood-red leaves grows from. This looks like a burial mound. I think I know what happens to Ida's mother. I should talk to Ida. The place where the tree... This looks like a... I should talk to Ida. A very weird and creepy form they have. It's like looking at a petrified herd of giant spiders. It leads towards the bridge to the police station. I'm not going in that direction. Madam?
Hello.
You knew Yakov Prenger?
Our former priest. I knew who he was, but I never really had a chance to speak to him. Why?
I heard he went missing.
Many people still go missing, vanishing without trace, as if they never existed. I heard this about Yakov too. Sorry I couldn't tell you more, but I really don't know anything else.
Do you know anyone who could lend me a boat?
There's only one man with a boat in this town, and his name is Arsen.
Are you completely sure? The lake is huge. There should be more of them.
It's Arsen or nothing. What do you need a boat for?
I need it to get to Klek.
Beware, Klek is on the list of forbidden places. You think Victoria is there?
Could be.
Then I wish you luck. Try talking to Arsen. I think he'll help you. Swimming or going on foot would be suicide.
I found a mound deep inside the forest.
What kind of mound?
A burial mound, I believe.
How could you... Why are you telling me this?
I've seen trees that serve as gallows. They were in the vicinity of the mound.
Oh, the purgatory trees.
Why purgatory?
It's where people go to purify themselves from this place before entering heaven. One of the many beliefs preventing this town from falling into complete madness.
A crawling kind of tree with blood-red leaves led me to the mound.
Blood red.
The same color and kind of tree you have here. The mound is completely overgrown by the crawling tree.
And?
It was man-made, erected over what I believe is a grave.
I still don't understand. Why are you telling me these things?
Have you ever been there?
No, not that I recall. I don't know. Why?
I think you did, and the mound is actually your mother's burial place.
What?
You said her neck bent awkwardly.
To one side, as if it's broken.
Her eyes turned blood red, and you heard her scream.
Correct.
What kind of scream?
I don't know. I'd say as if someone was trying to suffocate her.
I believe you saw your mother dying on one of the purgatory trees.
What?
It was probably too painful to cope with the truth, so your mind tricked you into thinking you were not with her when that happened. Can you try to remember?
The trees, and the corpses, and... spiders. Were there spiders?
Shrubs that look like giant spiders. I saw them too. You must have seen the moment when she hanged herself. That is why you remember the neck bending to one side and how she screamed while suffocating.
The blood-red leaves. I remember them now. The ground was full of them. There were hundreds, if not thousands, of blood-red leaves.
You were right and the police were wrong. She didn't go into Carcassa alone. You were with her. Can you remember why?
Oh, Mother. My dear Mother, I miss you so much. I let you do it. I helped you find the place. My mother, she couldn't bear the pain anymore. It was so painful watching her wither like a rose in winter. What am I going to say to my father now? He knew nothing of her agony. She didn't want him to know.
Tell him the truth. He'll understand. Or don't. Sometimes a lie can do more good than the truth itself.
Thank you, Benedict. Whenever I go into the forest, I always avoid that place. I always did, even before that fateful day with my mother. If it wasn't for you, I would have never found out what really happened to her. I don't remember burying her. I don't remember taking the trees. Nothing after her death.
Maybe revisiting the place could help you out. Think about it. Or just leave it in peace.
Maybe I'll go, but not alone. Thank you, my dear monk.
No need to thank me. Excuse me.
Sure.
It evokes a repulsive feeling, and I guess that it...